Today's video, we're going to talk about the number one question that home buyers and home sellers are asking us. We're going to get started right now. Hey everyone, my name is Nick Good. I'm your favorite Dallas-Fort Worth realtor, and if this is your first time watching one of our videos, or if you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe and notification bell down below. Go ahead, also leave us a comment. We'd love to know what questions you have, where you're watching from, etc. Right, so the number one question that we are getting asked right now, and what we're seeing on Google, is when is the housing market going to crash? In fact, that Google search phrase is up over 2,450% over this past month, right? And so we're also seeing a lot of Americans searching in droves for explanations about why the housing market is so hot and why home prices are exploding, right? And if you remember, the last video I sent out was why this market is different than the 2008 market. Right? Look, if you remember that from that video I talked about back then, you might be having that deja vu, you might be having that PTSD, because back in 2008 we had this what's called the ninja loans, right? The ninja loans is no income, no asset. Didn't even need to prove that you had a job, and you could get approved for whatever amount you wanted to, right? And so that caused that financial collapse back then. Why home buyers and home sellers are worried at this moment right now is that as of mid-April, there's roughly 2.3 million homeowners that were still skipping their mortgage payments according to the estimate from the Mortgage Bankers Association, right? Now, with that, I understand the thought process. I understand the PTSD from what happened in 2008. You're hearing all these rumors about these foreclosures that are going to come on the market. I'm going to tell you why that's not going to happen, right? Number one reason is that we don't know from that data, we don't know how many people took the loan forbearance that happened during COVID. We don't know how many people actually took that missing payments because they just didn't know what was going to happen, right? We understand why people went into the COVID loan forbearance because they didn't know what the future was holding. Maybe they could afford their mortgage then and now, and they're still in the loan forbearance program. So as of that now, 2.3 million homeowners are still skipping the mortgage payments. But according to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, they recently proposed extending the pause on foreclosures until 2022. Right? So what we're going to see the government stepping in. We're going to see the government helping out the lenders. We're going to see them having them create programs to help homeowners stay in their house. Right? And a lot of homeowners, even the ones that are behind on their mortgages right now, have a lot of equity in their home, right? With the increase in values going up, we're not seeing the short sales, we're not seeing the true foreclosure situations with home values dropping. So what does this mean to you if you're thinking about buying a home and if you're thinking about selling a home? Number one, if you're thinking about buying a home, now is that time. The reason being is interest rates are still low. Expectations are that interest rates are going to slowly start creeping up, slowly start increasing towards the rest of the year. That's going to help slow down buying demand so we can have inventory levels catch up. If you are a home seller, right? Let's actually go back to home buying. If you're still a home buyer, that low interest rate, you get to continue riding the rest of that home appreciation, that home value gain up the rest of the year and even into next year, right? So you get that built-in equity. If you're a home seller, right? Number one question that we get as a home seller is if I don't know where I'm going to buy because there's not a lot of houses on the market, so they don't want to sell their home and then become homeless. We've got a great solution. It's called buying before selling. We can get you qualified. We've got a proprietary lending solution that can help you with that, and it's buy with cash. So reach out to us. If you're a home buyer that's losing out on offers because you're going over asking, but you're losing out to cash offers, we've got a solution with you. We can get you to buy with cash. I'll tell you more about that. So reach out to us, right? So again, if you're thinking about selling a home, maybe you've got a second house, maybe you inherited a home. Now is that time to sell it. It's a great time to sell. Prices are high, demand is there. So go ahead and do it before we start hitting that pricing ceiling. So we are not going to see that market crash that everyone is thinking about, right? You're going to see a lot of talking heads come out here and say why we're headed to a housing market bubble. It's not going to happen, right? They're doing that to get your attention. They're doing that to create fear, right? We've got a lot of money that's being put down. We've got a lot of equity in the houses. So if you want to have a conversation, if you want to see what your home would sell for, you want to see what it would take to qualify to purchase a new home, reach out to us, 972-215-7653, or go to our website, thegoodhometeam.com. Let's just have a conversation. Again, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe and notification bell and a comment. I'll see you on the next video.